ladies, gents, teddy bears, in complete true tradition, a departure, an engine start as soon as I get here, no matter what time. I was even a bit earlier today, and there we go.
Pressure 50-13, passing 2,000, completable 100.
There we go, and I haven't even set up yet. My radio's got to go. Sorry about that, which you never really hear, but I'm just trying to set up. Lovely, there we go. Give me a second, I'm just going to get Ted. We haven't even had any, we haven't even done any of our usual sort of last minute checks. It was touch and go, but we do have another departure. Welcome, by the way, to RAF Mildenhall. So continuing on from Tuesday really with the heavies, and we've just seen an MC-130J Commando 2 of the 352nd Special Operations Wing, flown by the 67th Special Operations Squadron. The 67th fly both the MC-130J and the C-146 Wolfhound as well. But I'll give you all the details in just a moment. See ya. Good now, Ted. Let's do it. Oh, goodness me, it's always like this when I get here. Every time, without fail, always gets something just taking off and or about to get airborne or but obviously everything needs to be, you know, needs to be ready and okay to commence. Obviously I've got a few checks to do. I didn't really do them, so hope all the spelling's correct with all the details. Got some gusting winds today. Wind isn't too bad. Wow, that stubborn bird. Right, how we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? Welcome to RAF Mildenhall. Hope we're all good. My name's Nick, I'm your cameraman, historian and commentator. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby, on the controls. Here he is. And welcome to a United States Air Force Base. One of the wings is part of USAF. One of the others are the bad boys and girls of the AFSOC Special Operations Command. Oh yes. And we'll start the show with a little intro who we got here. So we'll start off with the Special Forces. So the wing itself is not actually part of the 3rd Air Force, so not part of USAF. They are the 352nd Special Operations Wing, and when you break down the flying component, they are the 752nd Special Operations Group. A bit like the traditional way and the methods of Air Force, then a division, then a wing, and then a group, kind of like that traditional sort of levels. And the squadrons are the 7th Special Operations Squadron. They operate this, the CV-22 Osprey. The other squadron is the one that we've just seen, the 67th Special Operations Squadron, who fly both the C-146 Wolfhound and the MC-130J Commando 2. We've also got a deployment. Well, I say deployment, it's been quite a while, it's been a few years, a detachment of the 55th Wing's 95th Reconnaissance Squadron, and they've got some amazing history as far back as flying the Newport with the 95th Aero Club. When they were flying in the First World War, they still maintain the donkey as part of their mascot, their emblem, and I believe that donkey has a lovely story related to the First World War, but it's the name is Jake of the donkey, and it's still surviving today. So we're talking over 110-year tradition with that, and it's to do, I believe, one of the stories. I'm pretty, if it isn't tied in with the donkey related to the 95th. The idea came from a story that the army were on the ground and they were stuck in a field of mines. I believe it could have been Italy, you know. I can't remember where it was, but they were stuck in a field of mines and there was donkeys in the field, or a donkey in the field. And obviously the donkey, unknown what was going on, probably would step on a mine and not only terminating its life, but also endangering the troops as well, because you don't know where the donkey was going to go. So they decided to actually capture the donkey and carry it. And I think they kept it as a mascot and named it Jake. Now, whether that is the same story related to the 95th or not, still a good story. Never spoil it. I'll go with that. So thanks for joining us today, ladies and gents, teddy bears. Don't forget to hit the like button and give us a thumbs up. You've been cleared to start up on the like button. Give us a thumbs up, and of course make sure you subscribe to our channel. It could be a day where we roll over the 122k mark. We're only a few subscribers away from 122. Amazing. It's been a good mix well, as well as the weather this year. This year has only been, what, 22 days of it, but certainly try to give you a right mix, and especially this week when we started off with Marham, Brize Norton and Mildenhall, so it's pretty amazing. What up? So we've had the running man, bless him, and we've now got the running lady here as well. Just give us a high five. So obviously no faces, no places, keeping it sweet and neat on the streams. Just here for the aircraft and the history and how things work on the aircraft. So we've got quite a few aircraft dotted about that look potentially to be spooling up or taking off, which is absolutely awesome. So welcome to the show. Yesterday was absolutely awful, wasn't it? And I had to take my time today. For those that know, the Welney Wash is on the A1101 is closed. It's completely flooded. Although do be mindful of the diversions with the triangles and the circles. I couldn't really make out the diamond. I didn't know where that was, so I had to make my own way. But for those travelling through there on the Welney Wash, and ironically I kind of mentioned it yesterday, and I saw this sort of man-made sort of long scratch, shall we call it, and it was almost like a flood basin that was created by the Dutch, who were draining the fens, and it was a place to put the overflow of water. But of course there's a road that runs through it and it could flood. For those that know, have a look at it. I think in general there was a couple of you that posted a video about it. So a very good morning to everyone who's tuned in today. Thank you very much. I am expecting some sort of rain today, but fingers crossed we may get away with it. Yesterday sadly was abysmal, wasn't it? It was fully emotional. Welcome to RAF Mildenhall, and a station that was built as far back as 1934. And we'll talk about the history a little bit later on in the show. There's some original buildings that are still from the Second World War.
going up and intersect those Charlie at 400.
Sorry, sorry, I haven't been on much actually. I've just caught my eye on a Poseidon, so, and I didn't quite catch what the intentions were, but it's definitely heading this way. So we could get a P8 from Lossiemouth, of course. Let's see what we're going to get. I don't know whether it's going to do a low approach. There's all sorts going on here at the moment, so just stay with us, stay tuned. Let's get this stream going. Thunder 01, a P8 Poseidon that operates naturally from RAF Lossiemouth, could be heading this way. Now I can hear the APU running over there by the CV-22 Ospreys. Having a look if the covers are off. Looks like the covers are off on all of them, to be honest. Not that we'll get all of them, but you know, just one would be good, wouldn't it? Well, 2 will be brilliant. 3 will be just probably my record in one shot. Lossiemouth joining the party, maybe. Let's have a look. Here every time. Well, let's have a look what it's going to do. It's definitely turning onto the long finals that we normally get here at Lossiemouth. That'll be a nice surprise. It's definitely turning. We've got all sorts of KC-135s pinging on the ground as well. If it comes here, it'd be a right boner. Yes, it's coming here. Yeah, cleared for the option. And it's Thunderbolt 01. Cleared for the option. And so Zulu Papa 8, just like the ZM4 with the A400s. The serial number ZP807, and don't forget to download your Brize Bingo Mildenhall edition. Here it is now. I've got eyeball on it. Here we go. This is a lovely surprise. Goodness me. Hey, eyeball on it. Not expecting one of these here. So here we go. Just joined us, we're not at RAF Brize Norton, but here we go, cleared for the option. check that I didn't do earlier. It's all good. Here we go. Operating from RAF Mildenhall in Scotland, a maritime patrol aircraft. Nice touch and go. What a lovely start to the morning, eh? Who'd have thought it? Beautiful that, wasn't it? Absolutely incredible aircraft. Lovely, lovely, lovely aircraft there. That was the P8 Poseidon. Part of the I-Star Force as well. It's a Poseidon MRA-1. Operated by 3 squadrons, 120 Squadron, 201, and the Operational Conversion Unit 42 Torpedo Bomber Squadron. Amazing. And, it's powered by 2 CFM 56-7 £27,000 of thrust each. Oi, oi. Beautiful. Just going to keep an eye on Thunderbolt 1. You never know, it might be doing circuits. again, just like Brize Norton, it's full of surprises. You could be waiting here for hours, or you could get back-to-back action, or it's so random, it's brilliant. This is why we love coming here, especially Brize and here. They just offer something a little bit different. I mean, who'd have thought an F-35B on Tuesday as well? That was incredible as well. Yeah, Thunderbolt 01 is the call sign for that. Excellent stuff, isn't it? Quite a lot of aircraft that are pinging now on the ground here if you're using any of the radar apps. You never know, it could be doing another round. This is a nice start to the morning. We've had an MC-130J and a P8 Poseidon if you're playing the Brize Bingo Mildenhall edition. And of course, just quick intro, I never got a chance to say it, we are watching safely from the Nook campsite, a recommended campsite for your plane spotting adventures when it starts to get a bit warmer. You don't have to be a resident of the campsite to do spotting. You can actually pay £2 per person to use the facilities to plane spot, which is amazing. It's a large field, plenty of parking. There are toilets when it gets a bit warmer, also known as John's Field, and it's amazing that we are able to have this facility. And again, please follow the rules. It's £2 per person. You pay on entry, not when you leave, and it's per person, not per vehicle, or you know. So do abide by that. There is a designated toilet for plane spotters, but it's closed this time of year because of the risk of frost and freezing the pipe. So again, the usual, please take your litter home. Do be mindful, don't rest your ladders on the fence, don't cut the fence, don't damage the fence in any way. Just enjoy yourselves and have a good time. Again, it's a no drone zone. The aerodrome, the air traffic zone of Mildenhall is connected what's called a CMATZ, a combined military air traffic zone, which combines Lakenheath and Mildenhall because they're so close together within 5 miles of each other in the direction of the backwards profile, that their air traffic zones actually merge into one, which becomes a CMATZ. AWCU, also known as the Birdman, the Airfield Wildlife Control Unit, keeping the aerodrome and the runways as best as they can cleared from any wildlife hazards. Also got wing safety as well, United States Air Force's safety vehicle. I think it is anyway. Normally blue, but who's to say they can't use another vehicle? An extra set of eyes, keep safe skies. It's got some sort of meter on the back of it actually. It's got like a wheel. I'm not sure if that's doing some sort of calibrating. See it in a moment. So keep a lookout for Thunderbolt 01. Hopefully it turns back round. Nice. We just need a nice 180. Runway 10 in use, which is, well, I like the variety. It doesn't matter which runway we are sort of positioned at the end or at the start, depending how you like. We are at the 10 end, south, on the south side. Cool, thanks a lot Chris for the info on that vehicle. Testing the braking efficiency of the runway for the aircraft. Nice. Thanks a lot for the info. How are we all doing? Hope you're all well. Aspen, Chris Bloxham, Davey, Williams, Captain A, Synchro Tones, Michelle Marshall, Matt Foster, Mayhem Marshy, how you doing? Dave Earl. A very warm welcome to all of you. Margot Baxter, Alan Q, Doug Ross, Matt Foster, how you doing? Leah, Perez, Mattman Bush, how's it going? Thanks for the info. It's lovely to have you all here and expect the unexpected, isn't it? Just keep an eye out then for the P8 Poseidon. Looks like it's turning round. It's of course just about to sort of go on the south part of Chatteris and then hopefully heading right over Ely. My name's Nikos, I'm your cameraman, historian and commentator. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel. Hope you're all good and well. I think I can hear another start-up. Yeah, definitely stuff spooling up, isn't it? Yep, it's definitely heading this way. Thunderbolt 01 from RAF Lossiemouth. Here we go. As soon as I got visual on it, I'll pan the camera around. Quite hazy or misty in the skies at the moment. Some very cold skies at the minute. Paul, good to see you as well, man. Great to see you as well, Paul from Wiltshire. Yeah, really good to see you as well, and thanks for the good vibes, and also Dave Holloway and Joshua Haddock as well. Great buzz, good times. How you doing as well? A tiny little landing light has just appeared, so let's get it. It's the option, here we go. Still needs a little bit of time. I'll just try and get my planning skills ready. Yep, I'll be alright. Got a habit of just bashing into the tripod. Right, here we go. Still back a bit, yeah. lovely surprise we've had today, right? And I can hear KC-135s taxiing now. Now the nickname is quite rightly so, if you haven't guessed it already, the 100th Air Refueling Wing, the Air Refueling Wing, their lineage is the 100th Bomb Group, of course, at Thorpe Abbots. The Bloody 100th is their nickname. And today they serve a very, very different role to what they had in 43. And they are indeed the 100th Air Refueling Wing. They are part of USAF as well. And today they operate with the KC-135. Just one of the 4 original squadrons survived, the 351st Air Refueling Squadron. And it was in 1992 that they arrived at RAF Mildenhall. And they still fly the original World War II markings that they once wore on their B-17s on their tail. A square D. They still feature the nose art as well. That was once on the B-17s of the 100th. So you may get to see some nose art as well. Here we go. And is that black, Jack? Can't see from next to the light. No, it's the Savage. Sorry, because the light is the Savage. Here we go. Hear the wind. It's quite punchy. Boeing 707 airliner. It's got an amazing history. It took its first flight all the way back in 1956 on the 31st of August. Introduced in 57, and it was to support, I mean, it's supported in pretty much every single battlefield and theatre of war since its arrival, supporting B-52s, Vietnam, everything, pretty much, absolutely everything. That smells amazing. Stunner. Look at that. I mean, it's such an iconic shape. And like I said, it is fitting pretty much every single battlefield, theatre of war for the USAF or since its introduction. So nice variety there. Just gonna have a look at the, forgot about the P8. I think it's hopefully might even do another one. Thanks a lot, Perry. KC-135, based on the Boeing 367-80 prototype, which led to the commercial 707 and the C-135 families. It is, like I said, an absolute legend, really, when you think about the age of it as well, and what what it's done and how it was introduced. Initially purchased to support the Strategic Air Command bombers, and even by the late 60s, the Southeast Asia Theatre, the KC-135 Stratotankers, their ability as a force multiplier really came into its own with refueling air-to-air, the F-105s and the F-4 fighters and B-52s. It's able to be equipped with a probe and drogue as well, and adapting, and it also has the refueling pods as well for those that do require the drogue and probe method. But of course it can be, as you've seen, equipped with a boomstick, so it can have a boomstick and 2 refueling pods to assist those that have a probe. Absolutely amazing. From the Pacific Air Forces and the Air Education and Training Command, Air National Guards, it's all over, it's everywhere. Hawaii Air National Guard, from the Alaska Air National Guard, you name it, it's there. It really is. It's absolutely fantastic aircraft, and may it continue really, because it's such a you know, it's got such an iconic shape as well. And I mean, just to, you know, a Typhoon empty weight is 24,000 pounds. This is not bad actually, 98,392 pounds, and can also carry 80 passengers. It's got a wingspan of 130 feet and 10 inches. It's not bad actually, considering. And it's got a fuel capacity of 200,000 pounds. That's 90,000 tons pretty much of you're all right, buddy? Morning, mate. It's amazing, it really is. It really is absolutely amazing, with 580 miles per hour max speed. That's Mach 0.9 with the service ceiling of 50,000 feet. It is truly a majestic aircraft, and it's powered by 4 CFM International F-108s with 21,600 pounds of thrust in each, and it has 4 of them. And as you may have noticed, the P8 has departed now northbound, so at least we got to see a P8, right? Lovely with the runway lights on. That's quite nice. Nice shot there, the runway lights on, isn't it? So usually the aircraft that are parked down this way are sort of visitors, shall we say, visiting aircraft. There's another one over there, so may get to see them depart as well. It's Mildenhall, you just never know. So a common question that I do get asked is that why haven't the MC-130s and the CV-22s, etc., why, oh, flashy, why don't they have a square D? And that's simply because they were not part of the 100th Bomb Group. They are their own wing, and they've got their very own lineage, and as far as I know, and still going today, they're the only United States Air Force wing that operate and fly their World War II markings operationally. You may see like a triangle B or a square A on aircraft. They're just for ceremonial purposes. The markings will always stay with them in history. That is a fact. So every other bomb group and fighter fighter groups, they will carry that, they will still carry their markings forever. It's just the 100th Air Refeuling Wing, because of their arrival back to the UK about 25 to 30 miles away from their original station here in the UK at DIS at Thorpe Abbott Station 139, they've been allowed to continue the use of their World War II marking. How amazing is that? It really is an absolute amazing, you know, legacy that's continued, and the sacrifices made still lives on today. I think that's amazing. It really is. Fair play to that legacy, the sacrifice that was made. The 8th Air Force, which I was going to show you my jacket again today, but it was the weather looked not great to wear it here today, but I will be wearing it throughout the year. The 8th Air Force was created in specific divisions. The 1st Division, the 2nd Air Division and the 3rd Air Division, and each division was basically distinguished by the shapes. So the 1st Air Division was a triangle, the 2nd Air Division was a circle, usually B-24s for that, and the 3rd Air Division was a square. If you want me to put that into pictures, I will show you, for those that are not familiar with this. Just give you a quick, just before things start kicking off again here nicely. There we go. So this is for the 8th Air Force, the mighty 8th, the Air Division shapes. So what you've got an Air Force, so you've got the 8th, and you've got a division, a wing, the group, and then the squadrons, alright? And each shape will tell you which division. So for the square D, that will tell you that they are part of the 3rd Air Division. How cool is that, right? So just a few examples here. The triangle K was the 379th, so the triangle, that means it's the 1st. And thought I'd swap it over. Now each division had attached their own fighter wings, so when they were going on their bombing missions, they were looked after by a designated fighter wing. So the 1st was given protection under the 67th Fighter Wing with their P-51s, P-38s, and you know, P-47s, etc. The 2nd Air Division were looked after by the 65th Fighter Wing, and the 3rd, so the 100th Bomb Group, they were looked after by the 66th Fighter Wing. Now each wing, again, they've got their own groups, and these are the groups. Now remember, in the groups, then you've got, as we got here, squadrons. Just to give you a breakdown of that, just so you can see them if you wanted to pause the screen or whichever. And there's the 1st Air Division, all the letters and what they meant. I don't know why I put the 3rd Air Division there, but just thought I'd randomly show you that. I've done it for all of them, so you can have a look. It's a bit windy, I'm afraid. So here's a little bit of the 2nd Air Division. Okay, so they usually had the B-24 Liberators. There you go. So they were looked after by the 65th Wing. They're the groups. The 56th Fighter Group Wolfpack at Boxted. The 355th. They were looked after by various wings, and within them were the fighter groups. There's a bit more of a breakdown there for you, and I've even done the square. There's a bit more info there for you if you wanted to have a look at that. So divisions, there were 3. Bombardment wings, there were 12 to 15, and within them there were the bombardment groups between 35 and 45, and bombardment squadrons 140 to 180. And you'll still have your squadron markings. That was the ship or the flight letter. And there they are. That's the 3rd Air Division. So that's the bomb wing. So where are we? The 13th Bomb Wing had the 95th, the 100th, and the 390th. And a little bit more about history if you wanted to know about US Air Force markings. So as I mentioned, the 95th Aero Club would have had this on their Curtis JN3s and number 1 Aero Squadron. That was the first ever roundel the marking for United States Army Air Corps, 19th of March 1916 to the 7th of Feb 1917, the first ever national insignia. Look at that. And then of course they introduced the blue circle with the white star on the meatball. Now you might think these two are the same over here, but they actually are not. If I can show you, the meatball was actually smaller, and it was done to a ratio of 1/3, but I'll get to that. So on the 17th of May 1917 until the 8th of February 1918, you would have seen this, a blue circle added to the white star and a large meatball, almost literally connected to the inner pentagon here, the flag blue and flag red. And then between 8th of Feb 1918 to the 19th of August 1919, to avoid confusion with the cross, especially on their Newport 28s of the 95th Aero Club with the donkey on it, literally the First World War was like a battle of noughts and crosses. Think about the markings there for a minute. But they did away with that and ended up with this on the 19th of August 1919. They went similar to their old one here, but shrunk that meatball so that it was 1/3 of the blue circle, and they had colours were specified now as insignia blue and insignia red. They even gave it like a code. And just interestingly, that lasted until May 1942, but in that period, 26th of Feb 1941, they did away with having two roundels. They had one roundel on the top left wing and a roundel on the bottom right, and that was to actually save lives. I've showed you a demo why that was really important, because the human eye loves, I'll show you a demo later if I remember, but during this period, of course, the United States were actually neutral. They didn't enter the Second World War until after the attacks on Pearl Harbor. So to give the neutrality status, the roundels, especially on transport aircraft travelling to Europe, they featured the US flag. I've thrown in this as a bonus because let's give it up for the Civil Air Patrol. They had their own roundel, 1st of December 1941. The red propeller was actually removed during the Second World War because I believe there was a Japanese aircraft that actually had something similar to it, so they did away with that. 15th of May 1942, they realised that shapes matter better than colours, so they omitted the meatball. So 15th of May 1942 to the 28th of June 1943, the meatball was removed. Okay, but here's where we're going to get down to this bit. Now, just for one operation inspired by the Royal Air Force's sort of markings to identify friend and foe, this is called the Torch Yellow, similar to the Royal Air Force's Yellow Outer Ring, Operation Torch, October 1942 to 1943. The thickness also was different as well. But it was omitted from the top of the wings, and it was used for the North African Theatre of Operation, the Allied invasion of the French occupied North Africa. Now, as I mentioned about shapes are more important than colour, they added a bar for a better visibility, 28th of June 1943 to the 14th of August 1943. So you could, in a way, identify the age of an aircraft when you see a photo of it. The bars were added for visibility. Now, they had a red outer outline on it, but I believe some of the Pacific aircraft omitted the red for the confusion. 14th of August 1943 right up to the 14th of January 1947, the classic. Now, I believe the US Navy actually had a very lighter blue bar. I've come across that before. Now, and then the birthday not long ago, 14th of January 1947, they added the red bar in the middle, the red line, sorry, in the middle. Now, you may see the early 1970s. Oh, there is a KC-135 taxiing. There is an F-15s with the blue bar emitted with just the red line. Have a look at it. 1970 original F-15A on the Ghost grey scheme, the Ghost livery. That was cool. Right, we've got this on the move. Talk history, get things going, innit? The Navy, I omitted the US Navy there, you know, the Red Star. They actually had like a blue anchor during the First World War, just to throw that in there now. tell you what, it's a bit grim out here. But what a day we're having already. Quite a few movements already, which is great. Yeah, all sorts spooling in the distance. And there's the Square D flying happily on the tower here at Mildenhall. Thanks a lot for the info there, Lockheed Air Force Base. On here. So you can see the refueling pods. Now they hold the drogue, the baskets, if needed. And on the tail, it's got the boomstick. USAF flag, the US flag in reverse on the right wing, because that's the way flags fly. If you look at a flag on the other side, it looks back to front. Same on the uniform. So on the left wing, on the port. On the port side, flags are always correct in the way that a flag is flown. So if you stood behind the flagpole, the flag would be in reverse. Very easy. So even on the uniform, so on a personnel's right shoulder, the flag is in reverse. I'm always looking out for that. I'm a sucker for that on films. And that's not just for the, even Vespina, the KC-135, sorry, the Voyager, sorry, I was thinking of KC-3, Voyager, Vespina on the starboard side, the flag, if you look at it, it looks upside down. But on the port side, it's correct. Here we go. there. There's two of them. Lovely. Yeah, so whether it's a Turkish Air Force, Hellenic Air Force, have a look at your REAC photos when they're using, was it runway 27, and you're viewing and they're taking off from right to left. It's as simple. Let's take the, for those asking, there are regulations, of course. Flags are quite strict and they're made to a certain point. So a flag, the pole should always be position from left to right. Now if you were to stand on the other side, watch what happens. The flag is reversed, which is why on your right arm, your boat, your plane, the flag is reversed. So I thought I'd choose the RAF ensign. There it is, the ensign there. Again, correct on the left, so on the port side of your plane, vehicle, ship, uniform, very strict to have it correct, because the seam where you put the flagpole in is here on the left. There it is. A misconception has all sorts of funky theories, but it's as simple as that. If you stood on the other side, that is the correct way on the other side. You can't have it, you can't have this, you can't have the seam going down on the left where you insert the sleeve for the pole, because it just wouldn't work. Again, let's have a look. There's the pole on the left arm, on the left port side of the aircraft. If you were to stand on the other side, it should be this way on your right arm. If you look at Vespina, remember Vespina from yesterday? Now, so, sorry, Vespina. Do you remember Vespina? Or Vespina, the the Voyager with the British flag painted on the left tail. It's this way. Look at the flagpole sleeve goes here. On the right, on the starboard side, you'll notice it's back to front because it should be this way on all aircraft. On the right, on your uniform, even on the Royal Air Force Regiment, British Army, Royal Marines, on your right arm, it should be this way round, on your right arm. This is for your left. It's as simple as that. It's the way flags are. Unless you are like, I don't know, like Lithuania, Netherlands, where it will look the same anyway, regardless. So they're all right. They can, so yeah, that's the way. So look at your REAC photos. Look at the Turkish flag, the Greek flag, the United States flag on the, you know, have a look at it. Sorry, I kind of got that back to front. When they're landing, sorry, on the other side, when they're taxiing back, the flag should be reversed. I kind of forgot that back to front myself there for a minute. if you're at RIAT and they're taxiing back to runway 27, if you got to see them take off, sorry, from left to right, so using 09, you would have seen the flags back to front. So I apologise, I got that bit wrong there. When they were taking off from 27, the flags are fine. When they were coming back into, when they were taxiing back, so when you were looking at the starboard side, they should be reversed. It's the same actually with the Royal Air Force's, yeah, let's have a look here if they get that right there. Same here, look. Have a look at this. Even on the markings. Can you see that? Okay, so you got red, blue. Let me guess. On the other side, it should be blue-red. Here we go, look. Hang on. Getting into focus here. Blue-red. It's a strict, basic method of flying a flag. There we go. I'll tell you what, it's got extremely cold all of a sudden. It'd be nice to see the Ospreys as well. That will complete. Well, no, we've still got the C-146 Osprey. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel. I'm going to see how long I can cope with today. It's really cold today, and that's all down to the wind, making it a little bit colder. The windsock just giving you an idea of how. When it's fully out, it's about 25 miles per hour. Now, those convenient stripy ones are about 5 miles per hour each ring on the stripes. So here we haven't got any, so we just have to just take note. It's clearly under 25. It's not fully horizontal, but it's gusting a little bit. But hey, I've had worse. I've had worse, man. So that lovely sound is the MC-130J Commando 2, a souped up Special Forces style. Oh, it's freezing. I'll tell you what though, I've got plenty of tea. That's the C-146 actually, sorry, correction. That might actually be the C-146, I don't know. They sound quite similar. Completely different aircraft line. Just quickly go and grab a cup of tea. One sec. Just warm up the bones there. just a bit of flexing, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. That's fine. Bit of flexing there from the... Actually, I don't know what that was. Tell you what, we've had an excellent morning. 2 P8 approaches, 2 KC-135 departures, and 1 MC-130J. Is that right? Was it 2 KC-135s? Yeah, it was. Yeah, the Savage, and then the one from MacDill Air Force Base, I think it was. And yeah, in 2 P8 Poseidon approaches, touch and goes, which is absolutely brilliant. Big warm welcome to 555 Triple Nick. Gaz Russell, oi oi, how you doing, man? The Fife control, how's the Fife? Massive, 5 times better when you're here, man. Lorraine at Nomadic, also from Scotland, all the way down, all the way up at the Orkney. Record desk, how you doing? Mayhem Marshy, oi oi to you. Margot, also from Scotland. Got a bit of a Scotland massive on here. Hey! Scotland crew, how you doing? Liberator, how you doing? Williams, 555 Triple Nick, Susan Floyd, Doug Ross. Oh gosh, that went down the wrong way, I think. Oh, that's lovely, jubbly. You never know, we may get a departure. I can't see any covers on any of them, which is good, and goodness me, I can't get my words out. The fire extinguishers are out as well. They're upright. Here we go, taxi via Alpha. We've got another taxi coming up. Been a good day, another good day, good week of heavies really. So I think this was flexing. Don't think this is going out. I think it was just flexing. Why don't you start raining now? Come on, you're doing well. Okay, so a bit of my windscreen wiping skills going to come up soon, as it's just starting to crackle up with some rain, unfortunately. But hey, I'll do my best. Got a bit of everything here. Got some bit of sleet as well. just wipe that a little bit. Keep on top of it for today. Oh, it's that one down there that's going. Nice. I've literally been doing my best to try and get you some sort of show going for the week, just literally based on avoiding the emotion. But obviously the weather, the elements won yesterday. They beat me yesterday. Couldn't do it yesterday, but today I'm going to battle through it. Same today and tomorrow. Nice one. Thanks, Davey, for the info. Same as the last one. This is so these are part of the 6th Air Refueling Wing, a MacDill Air Force Base tanker. Oh yeah! Thanks a lot for the info, Davey and Perez, Blackman Bush. Oh yes. Nice to have you all. See the basket, the drogue just hanging there. It's quite normal. Don't panic. It is. Yeah, this one's got the drogue system on the tail there. Like I said, they can be reconfigured however needed. One of the questions I do get asked quite a lot is, can they air-to-air refuel themselves? Now that is a great question. If I remember correctly, I think there was some modified, they can't naturally, but I believe there was some modified KC-135s, which I'm sure Perry is going to tell me in a moment. Perry, over to you, mate. I'm sure there was some that were modified to be able to actually be air-to-air refueled themselves. So they can't naturally be refueled air-to-air, but I think there was some that were modified. And Davey as well. Davey might know the answer to that one. I can't remember if it was either both of you at the same time told me about it. KC-135Ds. Right, got it. Cool, nice one. Yep, both of you. 4 of them. Okay, cool. listen to this. Yeah. Beautiful. Goodness me. Another KC-135 from the 6th Air Refueling wing. Beautiful. So you can have them configured in various forms. So at the back of that one, that had a drogue hanging on a pipe or a hose, probably the right word to say, on with a hose running through the boom actually, which is kind of cool. So that's so that'll be catering for aircraft that require the drogue and probe method. So for example, the Typhoon, the F-35B, other aircraft that uses that method, but of course there are aircraft that require boomstick to be air-to-air refueled. The F-15E Strike Eagle, F-35A, F-16B2s, aircraft like that, for example. So to offer a bit more variety, you can have, I think it's a Mark 82 or something similar to that. They're actually refueling pods that are actually on the wings to offer the drogue and probe method of air-to-air refueling should they come across an aircraft that requires air-to-air refueling using the probe and drogue method. So it has a variety, can be configured in a very different way. It's quite interesting how they do that. But some have just the boomstick, but those that have the boomstick can have those two additional drogue pods on the wings, which will give a bit of a variety. So the actual pod itself is called a multi-point refueling system, MPRS. They're the wing tip pods. I forgot the actual mark. I think they're like a Mark 8 or a Mark 82. I can't remember. Probably a Mark 82 is probably a practice bomb or something, knowing me. Got that completely wrong. But I know that they're called an MPRS pods system, which can literally transform the KC-135 to offer both drogue and probe or the boom stick. So refueling pods and the boom as well. It's pretty cool, but I forgot the actual name. But it's an MPRS multi-point refueling system, wingtip pods. I think some of the F-35C is drogue and probe. I think quite a few of the Navy have, I might be completely wrong, but I think a lot of the Navy have a drogue and probe method, I think. F-35B, F-35C, the Sea Harrier, the AV-8. Just trying to think of other Navy ones that... They are doing some ground run on this aircraft. I don't think it's going to be flying. If we do get it to fly, well, if we do see it fly, then bonus. It's going to go have another cup of tea. I'll be right back. Paul, great question. Now, they can refuel. Okay, so if it's drogue and probe, the MPRS system, they can do 2. I don't think they can do 3 for safety reasons, I'm pretty sure. Although it does offer an opportunity to have a 3-point system, I think that they can only do 2 max, and that's using the 2 either side of the wings, if I remember correctly. I don't think they can have a central one as well. And it's possible, but I don't think they do it for safety. I'm pretty sure that's I could be wrong on that one, but I've only ever seen 2. And it could be a reason for safety not to have a 3rd one. Going to go and grab another cup of tea just before I go into the history. I just went to go and get a cup of tea, and I just saw that turn in. Come on. Must be a result, wouldn't it? Goodness me, it's horrible out here. It really is nasty. I'll do my best to hang on as much as I can today. If the screen's got a bit of Here we go. Time to beat those eggs. Here we go. Whisk 'em. Looks good. Cheers. Big shout out to everyone at Team Mildenhall. Can we just all thank Team Mildenhall for what they do? Legendary station with all sorts of roles 24/7 that they do, from special ops to assisting NATO allied aircraft around the world. From the QA, the Logistics Readiness Squadrons, ground crew, crew chiefs, armourers, technicians, RAPCON at Lakenheath, who are managing both Mildenhall and Lakenheath, and of course those that manage all the ground startups, technicians, engineers as well at Mildenhall Tower as well, not forgetting the crew at Mildenhall Tower. Now, although they don't manage the airspace from the tower itself here at Mildenhall, it is manned. They do, they still have to authorise the startups, communicate with those on the ground, whether it's a specific squadron. Nice. Sounds good, doesn't it? The V-22 Osprey, the CV-22 Osprey, took its first flight 19th of March 1989. Oh yeah. And flying with these men and women, they're hardcore. You don't mess with them. You don't mess with these. Operated also by the US Marine Corps. You can take this in the most unpleasant places, the hostile environments. They'll get the job done. If you need rescue in Kasavac, in a hostile location, in a desert, in a jungle, on a boat, out at sea, they'll come and get you. The US Navy also operate the CV-22 Osprey. Also the Japanese self-defense forces as well. Can take 24 troops seated or 32 troops floor loaded. 20,000 pounds of internal cargo as well, with a M1161 Growler light transportable ground vehicle. You can take one of them as well. Empty weight at 31,818 pounds. Powered by two Rolls-Royce T406s, the 400 turboprop engines, 6,150 horsepower, sorry. The rotor, 38 feet 1 inches each. And there's two of them, or in new money, 11.61 meters. Max speed, 316 miles per hour, 509 kilometers per hour. Got a range of 879 nautical miles. Can take off plus 4G limit on there if you want to. Got a rear 7.62 or a .308 M240 machine gun, or a 50 cal M2 Browning machine gun on the ramp. It is removable, and there is a remote control GAU-17 minigun as well, again a 308. really just the C-146 Wolfhound, and that kind of completes the Mildenhall aircraft. Well, actually, saying that, we still need an RJ to go with that really, but there we go. At least we got to see a nice variety again today. Just keep an eye on that. It's not uncommon to get circuits as well. It is pretty spectacular to watch. It's pretty ghastly today weather-wise, but I knew I could do it. I don't know how long for, but I'll keep going. It's not the nicest, I'll tell you that, but I'm going to keep an eye out for the, usually uses the call sign knife. It's not too far away, it's just behind me, but you can't actually see it, the clouds are that bad. But welcome to the show, and hope you're enjoying it so far. It's another great day with the Ted Coningsby channel. Lots of exciting stuff going on. I was going to wear my Ready Teddy A2 jacket today, but not in this weather. It's not very nice. I'd like to look after it as best as I can. Raining at the moment. It's been raining for quite a bit now. It might come past for a circuit and then go off somewhere. Let's have a look. You actually physically cannot see it. It's amazing. That's how bad it is. Oh, nice one. And thank you very much. And we've just hit 122k. Oh, here it comes. I think this is it. It'd be quite nice to catch in this ghastly weather. Let me just get time to get that off. Sorry about that. It is absolutely horrible out here. stop and go. That's what I'm going to call that. Doing circuits and then going off somewhere, but let's have a look. Just turn it back around again, so it's good. How we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? Thanks a lot for joining us. Don't forget to continue to support the channel by clicking the like button. Give us a thumbs up. You've been cleared to vertically land on the like button. Give us a thumbs up, and of course do subscribe to the channel that's just gone over the 122k mark, which is absolutely incredible. Thank you all so much for that. Amazing. And do no one's left behind as well. We don't like to leave people behind, so make sure you click that notification bell button as well, so you'll be notified of our latest and greatest live streams and videos. And do, you know, it gives me great pleasure to see the care button been pressed, the share button, and it's so nice to see our streams and videos and, you know, lots of our posts being shared across social media. It really does help, so thank you to all of you. And of course, our members, thanks a lot for all of those members that have joined the Ted Coningsby channel. Hey, from just $1.99 a month, you can support the channel. You can help fuel the van, support the van, keep it roadworthy, get us around the country, you know, invest in equipment, because sometimes things do break, things do need servicing, as well as the van as well. And it's so nice to be able to support the channel. And a big thank you, this is all for you. Thank you so much to all of our members. You've kept this channel supported and we're still going, so thank you so much to all our members. A lot of you have over 3 years, there's some with over 2 years. Amazing. I mean, that's just a true testament, and it's a lot. So basically we've got loads that are way over the 12-month period. You know, those with 2 years, it's a true testament to how you enjoy it. And there is a CV-22 Osprey just here, sorry about that. God, that was quick, wasn't it? I don't know who that was. makes it ice skate funny, doesn't it? Big shout out to whoever gave us an oi oi, you know who you are. Beautiful. We're doing Denzel Hughes, Jenny B, Bama Fan, Hank, Refuel, Margot, Tim Gooch, Wibbs, Foxy, Pix Aviation, Dieter, Oi Oi Williams, Oi Oi Michael Woodring, GP65, Oi Oi Margot, Denzel Hughes, Paul L, 2025, Paris, Matman Bush, Lorraine at Nomadic, Jim Bob, Oi Oi to you. Who else we've got? Davey, how you doing? Potentially could get a few more circuits. Yep, it's just turning around now, so I'll try and get ready for this one and not miss it. Okay, here she comes. Oh, goodness me, I am frozen. Oh dear. It's just the wind. If it wasn't for the wind, it'd be alright, but look how awful it is out there. Does purr nicely, doesn't it? see many H-tails on aircraft. This is one of them. Horrible drizzly rain that we've got, sadly, that you can sadly witness on the screens there, but I'll give it a little wipe. I didn't realise there was that much. I'm surprised we could see anything. I didn't realise there was that much rain on the lens. Wow. Well, what's annoying is it's going straight onto the lens, so it doesn't matter what waterproofs I've got for it. It's going to get wet regardless. Okay, here we go. Woo. tell you what, I'm not sure. It's really gusting at the moment. Really horrible gusting winds, and you can tell by the screen now it's not sure how long the rain is going to last at the moment. It's really bad. Try and get some of that off. It's quite a lot. So what we're going to do here, let's put this on here anyway for one. Let's cover that. How we doing, ladies and steady bears? I'm still hanging in there. Gotta say, it's been a good day though, regardless of the weather. It's still been a cracker of a day with movements here at Mildenhall. It's been good fun watching the Ospreys as well. Yeah, like the good old days, Perry. Absolutely. Rain, wind, emotion. Rain. Still going. It is like the good old days. This week is, I'll tell you what, this week has been very retro Ted Coningsby channel from the old days. I'm telling you, good old classic. I knew I could do it because I was thinking, well, I've done it in the past, but the thing is, I'm not getting any younger. Okay, I think the be right back. I'm just going to go, need to change a few mags and have a cup of tea, and I'll be with you with some history. We've got to keep going. We'll have to keep going here. Rain and electrics don't really get on, but let's see what I can do on this. Let's see if I can pull this off. Hang on. Well, hopefully not pull it off, but you know what I mean. Let's put that there. Alright, let's have a look. Right, so far so good, he says. Right, I think we're going to do it. Yep, we're doing it. There we go. Done. Turn that off. I think I may have done it. He's gone and done it. Right, cup of tea and a bit of history. How about that? Hey? cup of tea, get some history, and all is good. Oh my word. Just put the education folder somewhere safe for a minute. So it's completely wet. Oh dear. Oh, that's better. Nice cup of tea there.
1,110.
I'll make it another one in a minute, but whew. I'm gonna go and get me gloves. Rain will get in the van. Okay, we'll have to go gloveless today. Silly me. Anyway, how we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? Hope we're all good and well. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel on this kind of miserable, emotional day here at Mildenhall. But hey, we keep going, keep flowing, keeping the dream, keeping the stream. You know how it is. Whew. See, bears have got it right. They got fur. We've got to wrap up. Mind you, Ted's got his scarf on. And, right, let's get Teddy on the show. For his, to show his, we're going to have to just do it in the rain. Pew, pew, pew. I love that. I don't know why that's... Oh dear. Right. How are we doing? Goodness me. Right. Ted, how you doing, mate? You good? Danny Hutch 7, member for 8 months. I'll tell you what, Ted, I'm really worried about your beret. Hang on, because that is just going to go straight in over the fence. So it's pretty bad. Some of that gusting wind that's been hitting me. I mean, looking at the windsock, about 21, 22 miles per hour. Whew. Danny Hutch 7, member for 8 months. All your TCS. Ted and Nikos, Guards March to you, thank you very much. Mayhem Marshy, thanks a lot for the super sticker, man. Guards March, thank you very much. Doug Ross with 22 months membership, nice to see you all in a bit, thank you very much. Guards March to you. Margot Baxter, thanks for the super sticker, super chat. Bravo for Lottie bringing us the P8 and for Ted too, thank you. Brilliant streams, Guards March, thank you very much. Melanie Whitlock with 27 months membership, oi oi. Hope you're having a lovely week. Yes, we are. Ryan Thompson, a high five and a Guards March, thank you for joining the Ted Coningsby Squadron. A Guards March to you, thank you very much. And just to rewind, Mayhem Marshy, thank you very much for your super sticker and also being a spanner flight as well, thank you very much. And rewinding it back to Margot as well, thanks again for being part of the Spanner Flight team. Guards March to you. Peter Atkins with 22 months membership. Guards March. Babzar, high five, Guards March. Thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Very nice of you. And Foxy Pix Aviation, Guards March. Thanks for 7 months membership. Thanks for all the streams, Nikos and Ted. Guards March. And Margot, thanks for the super sticker there, Guards March. Ginger Bailey, thanks also for the super sticker, that sounds great. that cup of tea. Guards March to you. Thanks a lot. Margot, thanks again for the super chat. Thank you to everyone for the support for Ted's channel on 122k subscribers. Thank you very much. Thanks, Margot. Ellie J Approach as well, who's also part of our Spanner Flight. Guards March. Thank you, and a high five there. Thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Aspen, another milestone. Aspen, thank you so much, who's again also part of our Spanner Flight, has given us a super chat. Love that, love the number. Guards March. Also Ginger Bailey, congratulations on 122k, onwards and upwards. Guards March to you, thank you very much for your super chat there. EP65, Guards March, high five. I'm doing it back to front, the weather's got to my brain. EP65, thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. EP65 as well with a super chat. Cheers Nikos, great stream as always, and congratulations on 122k. Oi oi! Thanks a lot EP65, Guards March as well for that super chat. Cheers Nikos, great stream as always, and congratulations on 122k. Al Phillips, member for 15 months. Oi oi, morning everyone. Thanks for your 15 months. Paul L with 6 months, congratulations on half a year. What is the railing on top back for? Railing on top back for? The railing. Is that, do you mean on the CV-22? That railing, I'm pretty sure they can actually attach ropes and stuff and cargo to it. Or is it, hang on, give me a second, let me just have a quick look. I'm pretty sure I've seen the way they can tie ropes on that. Is it to secure, I think you can secure the rotors, can't you, on that when you're storing it? Is it, I don't know, it's a good question. Simon Watchorn, I think the Chinook has that as well actually, and I'm pretty sure I've seen ropes being tied and just connecting the rotors to it, but anyway, might be wrong. Simon Watchorn, thanks for your 29 months membership, also a fighter squadron member and part of our Spanner Flight. 122k subscribers is such an amazing achievement, from the first video at Coningsby to the awesome channel and TCS community that exists today. Huge congratulations and thanks to everyone that has made it happen. Guards March, thank you very much. Tim Gooch as well, part of our Spanner Flight as well. Another epic milestone on the most awesome aviation channel out there. Thanks Tim, thanks for your Spanner Flight service as well. And wow, Simon Watchorn, Spanner Flight member as well. High five, paw pump, a salute, oh, a fly past and a salute. Guards March, thank you for gifting 10 Ted Coningsby memberships, that is amazing. Andy Haynes, member for 29 months as well, thank you very much. Spara 20, high five, welcome. Could see the screen deteriorating there. Thanks Ted. Guards March, thank you, welcome Spara 20. Alex Raven, massive congrats on 122k. Oh yeah, thank you all. Thanks a lot Alex for your super chat. Right, let's get that screen sorted, Teddy. Goodness me. No matter what you use to keep the screen dry, no matter what you use to keep the camera dry, you can't get the rain off the lens when it's just literally, we've got horizontal rain at the moment, would you believe? It's filthy weather, absolutely disgraceful. I mean, that is just not going to happen, is it? That is just, we're not going to win this actually, are we? Yeah, we're not going to win this. This is ridiculous because you wipe it, it's just going straight on there. Well, no worries. We'll just, I mean, I could face it the other way, but we ain't got a lot. We ain't got a lot to look at. And 1,000 likes as well. Cool. Snoop 55, a training. Is that a TC-135? Is that like a training rivet joint, isn't it? Oh, nice one. Thanks a lot. What a day we've had, man. What a day we've had. It's alright, it's okay. Okay, let's have a look. Got Snoop 55. Looks like that's coming here. Thanks a lot, Perry. It trains both the Royal Air Force and the United States Air Force crew on the rivet joint, and it's coming here. It looks like it's taken off from Waddington, which of course is where our Royal Air Force rivet joint is based. So there's a lot going on today, which is all good. Nice. As soon as I got eyeball on the TC-135W, I'll be sure to turn that round. I don't think it's far. Welcome to the show, everyone. Hope you're all good. EP65 Williams, Margot, Dr. Soda, Bamafan, Gary, JPG Aviation, Michael Woodringe, Tim Gooch, Gary, how's it going, man? Hope you're good. Whew. Oh, that's the railing we can see now. Yeah, the Chinook has that. Do you know, I'm wondering if it's to do with storage, storing the blades. I'm pretty sure I can't remember where I've seen it. I think it was at Costard, where they used the railing to, I don't know if it's it's multi-purpose to use of it. I saw the Chinook having its rotors tied, but I can't remember if it was on the railing or not. Goodness me, this is awful, this is. I think you can use it just to tie stuff on there. I'm pretty sure you can use it for cargo. I'm pretty sure you can do that. I'm pretty sure you can use it to, I think it's multi-purpose. I'm pretty sure, man.
255 Heavy, Mildenhall Tower.
Cleared for the option as well. Anyway.
55 Heavy, with monitor flight conditions, sound final for a pilot.
Oh, goodness me. Right. will wipe that screen in just a sec. That's fine, we can live with that, we can do it. Okay, here we go. On your Brize Bingo Mildenhall edition, I think I put Rivet Joint all variants, I think, or RJ. Lovely to see, and it's literally just disappeared. That's how bad it was. That's why it took, literally just appeared from the skies as it came in. Keep an eye on that in case it's coming back round again for another approach. That's got the markings Oscar Foxtrot of Offutt Air Force Base of 55th Wing, operating the TC-135W. It's also in at Waddington as well. It trains both Royal Air Force and United States Air Force crew on the Rivet Joint and the RC-135 variants. 624149. It was built as a C-135B, first flew in June 1962, and then it was converted for the special air missions as a VC-135B, a VIP transport, and around 1996 fitted with new engines, and it was reconfigured as a trainer, designated as a TC-135W for crew training. And that's for both Royal Air Force and United States Air Force as well. So thanks, Perry. Woo. Never know, might be coming around again. Call sign is Snoop55. I believe it's the 38th Reconnaissance Squadron who take on the role of training for both active sorties and training as well, the 38th Reconnaissance. You've also got, I'm wondering if there's also the 343rd Reconnaissance Squadron as well that operate that, the TC-135W, so it could be them as well, actually, coming to think of it. I actually did a little write-up on it. I'm just trying to remember where I've got it. I did some research on it, and I think they had a bit of a, I think they introduced a squadron that's, does carry out operational sorties, and they actually allocated the training to that squadron rather than having a designated training. From what I read, if I remember correctly, from the af.mil site, I think they said that it made sense to actually use a squadron that is active as an operational functioning squadron, so that they can actually get on a mission basis, to give them a real, I guess it's through experience as well, but at the same time giving real live missions, I guess. But I remember doing a write-up on it. It was quite interesting. Me. So RAF Mildenhall had the plans in sort of mid 1920s to the late 20s to even propose a plan to build a base. Hang on a minute. You won't believe this, but my rain cover has literally just flown off. Literally unbelievable, and it's quite heavy. It's not a light one. That's how bad it is up here. But I'm going to battle through. And, you don't battle the elements, you might as well join it. So that was some punch, that one. See if I can get that through there. Okay. So yeah, they sorry about that. My cover just actually got flown off. So yeah, plans to build Mildenhall started life actually on paper as a proposed RAF Beck Row. That was the original name, but in 1930, once construction began, it was destined to become RAF Beck Row until 1933, when they actually changed the name to RAF Mildenhall. Now Beck Row is a village that's just in front, literally just over the station from here. Opened on the 16th of October 1934 officially. Opened as RAF Mildenhall. It was King George V who officially dedicated the base on the 19th of October. Is it a base? Is it a station? Historically, it is actually a station. It was Wing Commander F.J. Linnell, OBE, who assumed command of the station. And the very first sortie was actually a non-military one. It was actually on the 20th of October, so just 4 days after it opened in 1934. It was indeed the something out of the wacky races, I guess, but obviously it was a big thing with the prize money. Winners get £10,000. I think runners-up got about 5. It was the Mac Robertson Air Race of the Royal Aero Club. And you know, the Royal Aero Club used to give out trophies as well, and if I remember reading, 2 women actually were awarded trophies. It was a race from Mildenhall, literally here, Mildenhall to Melbourne, Australia, and it was CWA Scott and Tom Campbell Black who won in their DH, the de Havilland 88 Comet, named Grosvenor House. They did it in just 71 hours, won £10,000, and this was really the inspiration for Geoffrey de Havilland to make that wonderful wooden Mosquito, and the DH-88 was made out of wood. Second place was a DC-2, and it was a Dutch one. On the 15th of November, so a month later, in 1934, it was 99 Squadron who first became an operational unit, flying the Handley Page Hayford, and it was a monster of a biplane bomber with a wingspan of 75 feet, length at 58, 2 Rolls-Royce Kestrel engines rated at 525 horsepower with 142 miles per hour max speed. It did have a reasonable payload at 2,500 pounds of payload. 1935, forming from B flight of 99 Squadron was 38 Squadron. Again another squadron that formed from 99 from the B flight, and a year later, of course, 1936, that's when Bomber Command formed, and it was Free Group who took command of the station. Originally it was number 5, but in October of 36, but a month later in it was a September, and then October they swapped. It was 3 Group here. End of 1936, a conversion to Hendon Night bombers, and on the same year Feltwell opened, and they didn't actually get their first residence until 1937. And in April 1937, 149 Squadron arrived with the Vickers Wellington. 1938, 99 Squadron also converted to the Wellington bomber as well of 1938. And September the 9th, 1939, a very historical date for Europe as Britain declared war and the start of the Second World War. 6 hours after the World War II declaration, 3 Wellingtons from 149 took off for a raid to bomb German battleships in Kiel. Early 39, 1940, a decoy airfield, as we know. Lakenheath was built as a decoy airfield. Let me just check that. Yeah, it is coming in now. Hang on a minute. I'm trying my best to keep dry. It's I don't know if it's working. Bizarrely can't see it at the moment. I'll just keep looking. But I'll talk to you about that tomorrow when we're at Lakenheath. January the 18th, 1940, 149 had their first night bombing mission. 1941, Lakenheath was finally constructed and used as a satellite station for Mildenhall. November 1941, 149 transitioned to the short Stirling bomber, the RAF's first ever 4-engine monoplane heavy. And December of 1941, 419 Royal Canadian Air Force activated at Mildenhall. In fact, 15th of December. 31st of May 1942, 18 Wellingtons of 419 Squadron and 17 of 149 Squadron took part in the first of the 1,000 bomber raids. 1942, 75 Squadron replaced 419 and 115 Squadron also operated here. And April the 13th, 1943, 15 Squadron arrived in the Horsa gliders as well. So we had them here for a little detachment. And August the 10th, 1943, 622 B Squadron also activated from C flight of 15 Squadron. So November 1943, we had Lancasters here, Halifaxes, and a year later, on the 22nd of March 1944, Lancasters and Halifaxes took part in a raid over Berlin. And on D-Day, even 35 Lancasters of 15 Squadron and 622 also took part on D-Day from Mildenhall as well. A day after, more happened as well. So it was one of the largest bomber command stations, not the largest, but one of. It's got a huge runway, and towards the end of December 1945, even B-17s and Avro Lincolns were here. And there was also going to be a an operational conversion unit for the Avro Lincoln. Still can't see it, still looking. Let me just wipe the screen actually while we're here before the should be here any second now, I would have thought. So yeah, lots of history, and of course another legendary aircraft. Right, I can see it now. The light is literally just shone through now. So let's go. Let's ride. How you doing? All right? Is that for me? Oh bless, I think I know who that's from. Oh wow. Yeah, that's me. Oh, thank you. Now they got me. Pizza from the Goose. I would have thought it was a rock. That's right, Gooch, thank you, thanks man. Oh bless you, thanks a lot Tim Gooch, a pizza delivery from the Gucci man. Oh bless, thank you. You guys and girls, you do look after me, don't you? Just had a Domino's pizza delivery here, thank you. That's very kind of you, man. I'll be enjoying that. Tim, thank you very much for the pizza. I can hear a KC-135 taxiing out, so that's quite cool. Snack on a piece of pizza, I think. Definitely taxiing out. oil on that. Wow, what a day. It's certainly been a good one. I couldn't get to my little screen wipes there quickly, which is a bit of a shame. So look at the state of that. Absolute shocking weather, man. Just gonna have a quick bite to eat, and while the pizza's nice and hot, but I'll see how long we're gonna stay here for, because it is pretty ghastly. Looks like the Snoop 55's coming round as well. Right, let's try and do something about that screen. Goodness me. Surprised you can see anything out of that. I don't even know if this is going to work, but goodness me, that is just like a swimming pool on that screen. So we've got the KC-135, slowly drying the screen there. Wow, all my stuff's gone flying down there. Ah dear, right. The new waterproof camera at the moment. Oh, well, thank you. I was just about to get that. Thank you. Pretty bad, isn't it? But we're getting lots of stuff. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Oh, bless you. Thank you. That was actually a rain cover that got blown off again. It's actually quite heavy. But it's blowing in such a way that it's just ripping it off the if it can just stop raining just for a little bit, it'd be quite nice. Yes, enjoying the pizza. I'm just getting a few bites to eat. So I'll be back in a minute. Just going to go and snack on the old pizza there and all. Yeah, it's fine. The wind blew the screen shut there. Oh god, and again. Wow. Don't really know what I'm going to do here because the wind is just blowing everything the wrong way here at the minute. Hang on, let's modify something because this isn't going to work. That screen is just going to get shut. Right, hang on then, let's do this. I'll make this work. So we're going to do that and then we're going to tie it. There we go. And then what we'll do, we'll pop, let's give that a wipe. Yeah, it's just the unfortunate direction of the rain. It's just going straight onto the lens, so there's not a lot I can do. Anyway, I'll go and have a quick bite and I'll be back. If not, we'll call it a day because it's been good anyway. Okay, mate. Right, ladies, gents, teddy bears, we are going to call it a day. It's getting worse and worse, and it's just right onto the camera. I'm surprised you can even see anything. Let me just turn this away now from the it's just ridiculous out there. It's got worse and worse and worse and worse. It's just not fun at all. No worries, no worries. Let me just move that away from the rain for a sec. Let me just dry the screen just so you can see something. I mean, that is just shocking. It's a shame because it's movement wise it's been absolutely incredible today. Let's see if I can get some of this off. Unbelievable, look at that. But we've had a good day. I haven't even been on. It's been that bad. I haven't even been on today. But Ted has. But you watch, the minute I stop the stream, it'll get some nice weather. Right. Just ridiculous, isn't it, Ted? Right. Oh dear. I mean, it's just a constant battle with that wind. You know, I can deal with rain and I can deal with wind, but put the two together, it's just horrible. Right. I think we're going to call it a day, mate. I didn't want to, but it's just battling in with that. It's just awful. Oh, Teddy. Well, anyway, Silsec, thank you very much for being a member for 18 months. Greets to the TCS community. Guards March, thank you very much. Paul L, thanks Nikos for the knowledgeable info. Thank you. I didn't even get to finish it, did I? But thank you very much to all of you. Ted, let's finish up, mate. Let's finish up. I'll see if I can get on the stream. How we doing? Oh man, what a day. RAF Mildenhall, we're gonna bail, man. Fair play to all the ground crew and technicians that are out in this and the crew chiefs. Goodness me. Well, Team Mildenhall, thank you for what you do. Thanks members, thanks everyone for hanging in there and giving us support. Thanks Gooch, by the way, for the pizza. I'm just finishing it off. Ladies and gents, teddy bears, it's been a pleasure. My name's Nikos. This is Squadron Leader Ted Coningsby. You've been watching the Ted Coningsby channel at very soggy Mildenhall. So for the last time for today, see you soon, wish you well. See you tomorrow. See ya. By the way, big shout out to the pilots as well, trying to land in this filthy weather. Fair play to all crew. Whew. Let's finish up, Ted. Let's finish up.
Oh yeah, ladies, sheds and teddy bears, welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel membership. I'm Nikos, I'm your cameraman and commentator. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Just want to say a massive thank you to all our members. Guns up and oh yeah. Take it away, Ted.
Ladies, sheds and teddy bears, we want to say a massive thank you to all of our subscribers for getting us to where we are today. We have gone all over the country, from as far as Lossiemouth to Brize Norton, and military areas such as air weapons ranges, low flying areas, heritage centres and special flights for TED 2. We cannot do this without your support, and your support will be rewarded. You can now join the Ted Coningsby Squadron and help fund the channel to get us around the country and provide us with the funds for equipment to bring you better content too. We have 3 levels of membership to suit everyone. With your membership, you'll get access to members only videos, photos, posts, unlock special Ted Coningsby YouTube emojis and loyalty badges, as well as being able to access our exclusive members only Discord server. All membership levels reward you with discounts to our online store. Our top level fighter squadron was inspired by many of our fans who supported the channel massively. This is more of a personal experience with me and Ted, giving you exclusive live streams and content from behind the scenes photos, special info and updates, as well as a free Ted Coningsby Fighter Squadron patch for joining. Whichever membership level suits you, we want to say a massive thank you for choosing to join the Ted Coningsby Squadron. Ah, yeah.